All right, another good question that people have is this: what are closing costs? Because you're going to get a fee sheet that when you get your pre-approval, the lender is going to go, here are your estimated closing costs. And he's going to say, here's your out-of-pocket expenses, and he's talking about your closing costs. I'm going to break down closing costs two ways. Closing costs do not specifically, that's not your down payment. Your closing costs are broken down in really these two elements right here, and that's your loan fees, and then secondly, your prepaids. And so your loan fees are going to be everything associated with the lender providing you that loan. So there might be a loan initiation fee, there may be a credit check on there, they're going to have your appraisal on there. So they're going to have all these fees associated with actually getting that loan processed and put together so that you can receive it. So a lot of times we'll see loan fees maybe around $2,000, $2,500, something like that. And then secondly, you have prepaids. So prepaids are going to be your taxes and homeowners insurance, HOAs, specials, things like that. So these are going to be the things that you've got to pay up front as part of your mortgage payment. So your prepaids are going to be like your taxes. So around here, in Sedgwick County, we see taxes from, it depends on the location of the house, but your taxes for the year could be $2,000 to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, depending on the house that you have. So you're going to pay a few months of that are going to be placed in an escrow account as a prepaid. So you might put a few $100s of those taxes in the escrow account so that when you pay your mortgage payment, that mortgage provider, they're going to take your payment for that mortgage payment, and then they're going to take out of that escrow account and they're going to pay your taxes. And when you pay your mortgage payment, that whole total mortgage payment is also paying some of your taxes that get placed in an escrow account, and when taxes are due, they're going to pay it for you. So that's how that works. You also have insurance. So your homeowner's insurance on there is going to be paid prepaid. So you're going to pay at the closing table, you're going to pay a whole year up front of your homeowner's insurance. So let's say you're buying a $200,000 house, you're probably going to be just south of $2,000 a year on your homeowner's insurance. So that's going to get put into your closing costs. So your out-of-pocket closing costs, typically on a $200,000 house, we'll see somewhere around $5,000 to $6,000 in closing costs. And so one of the things people will do is they'll say, hey, I've also got the down payment to put down. When they submit the offer, they'll ask the seller to pay part of this. And so many times you'll see a deal put together where we go, hey, we'd like to buy this for $200,000 and we're asking you to pay closing costs. Would you consider doing that for us? And so we ask the seller to pay part of that. This is not the seller's responsibility, however, but it is something that we ask many times, and we can make negotiations to work that into the deal to mitigate your out-of-pocket expense. But these are the two main things. You want to look at the fee sheet that your lender puts together for you so that you see your loan fees on getting that loan put together, and then you want to ask, so myself, you want to go, hey Rodney, what are the prepaids going to be on this? And what am I going to have to pay in taxes? And you want to talk to interview a lot of insurance providers to find out what the best rate is you can get on that home. So that's closing cost. Hope it helps make sense so that you know what your out-of-pocket expenses are going to look like on this house.